Hello, teachers and receiving students and HCs. You may sit down. In our last lesson, we set up an experiment. And you were asked to complete that diagram as homework and bring it for your lesson. So could I have one of the groups to give me or draw for the class their diagram of the setup of the experiment that they did yesterday? Receiving students, you may also do that with your teacher. Let's see, we have, whose hands up? Right, we'll have Messi's group. Others watching? While she's drawing, others, you may look at the diagram she's drawing and figure out where those four words, evaporation, condensation, water, and vapor will appear. This was the setup of the experiment from yesterday. Is the diagram complete? What else is missing? Empty jar. Okay. What was the purpose of this jar? What was the purpose of this jar, Gail? Gail?
To collect heat.
To collect heat. Brandon?
Collective evaporation.
Collected evaporation. Dara, could I have you to write the first word? Evaporation on the diagram. Make sure you draw an arrow. We'll have William. Make your writings big and clear. Oh. Grace. And the last one we'll have Nigel. Nigel, our last friend to complete the diagram. Where is it? Can you point? Show with an arrow. Now let's have a look at the diagram on the screen. As the water boiled, evaporation took place. Water vapor cannot be seen and is between steam and the surface of the water. Steam can be seen in the experiment. That's when condensation is taking place and we see water forming on the surface of the jar inside. Teachers, we are still on the same strand, same substrand, and our topic is solar system. Receiving students and teachers, there's a question for you to discuss with you and your friends. Where are you in this well? Let's start at your home. Which group do you belong to? I'll give you a minute to identify yourself from your house to the well. Put your hands up if you're not sure of my instruction. Okay. May I have your attention? Your eyes to the front. This is me. I belong to my family. Okay. My family. I live in Port Moresby. So, do you have the idea? I think you did that in your social science lesson in grade 7. Good. Now find yourself in the well. You may draw a diagram, you may draw a diagram, or you may write a paragraph, a short one. How are you? Nigel, we okay? The exercise book. Can you use your exercise book? Okay, use your exercise book. You need to draw it. What's the last place? Try to identify you in the world, the last place that you will reach. There? He's drawing. Are you drawing? I don't see one of you drawing. But you belong, you are different. Are you related?
Yeah.
I see.
Should be short.
Short, long, whichever, as long as you are a fast writer. Okay, who? What about yourself? You're doing it as a group, that's good, but what about yourself? Yourself. 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 Not really. Not really. You can use a diagram or you can just write. Well, depend if you want to write where you come from. For example, if I'm from Central, I live in Port Moresby. I belong to Port Moresby. And what is my next group that I belong to? Okay, I'm a Papua New Guinean. What's the next one? I'm a Papua New Guinean, and what's the next one?
My country is located in the Pacific Ocean.
So I'm a Pacific man. And what's the next one? Where is the Pacific? The Pacific is in the. It's in the Pacific region. PNG is in the Pacific region. What's around? And what else? Yeah, until you reach the last place where you belong to. What's the last place that you belong to? Yes. What's the last place? PNG Oceania and what else? Good. Okay, I see we some have completed. Right, if you have done the same thing as, could I have your attention here? Let's have one from one group. We'll have Karaut. Let's all listen to Karaut and see if you may be the same as Karaut.
Okay, I'm in a family. My family is in Port Moresby, and Port Moresby is located in a country called PNG, and it's in the Pacific region. It's in the ocean, in the Oceania region, and the Oceania region is located ice in the Earth, and the Earth is around the solar system.
Well explained, he identified himself in the well. Okay. Have a look at this picture. Receiving students, I would like you to look at this picture. Linda, could you tell us what the picture is about?
The picture is about the solar system.
The solar system. Oh, that's good. Shane, what do you think is the solar system? What do you think is the solar system?
I think it's the sun and the surrounding planets which orbit the sun.
Right? Any others? Right. This is what we are going to do. Receiving students and teachers, I hope you have all your materials there, which also the model class will have the materials. In our activity has been changed a bit. So you will need your biros, your pencils to take note, and your rough papers to take notes. There are some areas which you will divide among yourself in your group members. So teachers, take note of these areas which we will go through and your students will work on. Firstly, there are 8 planets now. There are no more 9 planets. The ninth planet, Pluto, has been ruled out as a planet, or more than 2,000 scientists in August this year have ruled out that planet Pluto is not a planet because it does not match the criteria of a planet. So it is referred as a dwarf planet. So we have 8 planets now in our solar system. Now in your groups, group leaders, receiving teacher, you may give them you may have the groups to select the planet, or you give them each planet to work on. So group 1, right. Class, you will work from 1 to 8. 1 to 8. May I have, are we listening? Yes. 1 to 8. All this way, front row. Front row, 1 to 4. 5, message group to the 8th group. Make note of your planet, the planet that you will work on. Group members, you are to select these are the areas that you will work on, or these are the areas that you will be looking at to take notes on. So this is the first area, your average distance from the sun of the planet that you chose. So you will look at only the planet you choose. Our next 4 areas on the screen, we have temperature, a number of moon that a planet has, main gases that make up that are found in the planet's atmosphere, and one good artist in your group may draw a scale diagram. You know how to use scales and ratio? Right, you will use that mathematics skill to do that. Have you noted down each member should take one area, pick one area to work on. Right, we will begin with collecting our information. You will choose, you have chosen your planet to work on. Once you see information up here on the screen, you pick out the information that belongs to your planet. So, receiving students, you may also do the same. If you have picked up a planet, you pick out the information that you have for your planet. Okay, ready? You have about 30 seconds to copy down your information, or less than 30 seconds. Next one, next 4 planets. Next one is how long it takes to orbit around the sun. The first planet, second planet, third planet, fourth planet, fifth planet, next information, diameter of a planet at equator, Mercury, Venus, and Earth. The first 3 planets. Our next 3 planets. And our last 2 planets. Main gases found in the atmosphere of the planets. Just the information that belong to your planet, the one that you chose. Next 4 planets. The temperature is the next one, temperature of the surface of the planet that you have chosen. First 4. Next 4. And our last information, the number of moons that a planet has. The first planet, second planet, third planet, fourth, sorry, correction. What is it? Earth has? One, yeah. Mistake, one. Earth has one planet. Okay, good. Thank you for reminding me that. Now, with that information that you have collected, could I have all one member to come up to the front? Oh, Rana, please. Pick one. See the scouting one folder. Okay, take the big glue. Take the big glue. Okay. Eyes to the whiteboard. You are given a folder, two A4, A3 size papers, large papers, and some A3 papers, plus a scissors and a glue. This is what your folder looks like. You'll do a planet profile. So you have just collected information, but you can write it in a sentence. The first information, whichever you decide. You may write your name. If this is your front cover, you may have your artist to draw a picture and write your name of the planet, and you may store your information that you have collected. What you have collected. Those colored papers you may cut out any shape or write a sentence and you stick them here. Whichever way. May I have a folder? Thank you. So you have a folder like this here with you. Receiving students, if you have no folder, you can use a hard cardboard. You have the inside and the back. With the rough paper you have, you write whatever information in a sentence or however you want it. If the front cover is about the identification of the planet, another information in here, back cover, you may have extra information that you may collect from other sources. This you will compile as a group, which will be collected in our next lesson. But I will give you 3. After 3 lessons, I will collect this. So you will compile this. Receiving teachers, you may do this and take it as an assessment also for the students. So you have this time now to do that. Any questions? No questions? Good, you may. Sorry, Shane, yes, one question.
Why was the planet Pluto ruled out of the solar system?
The planet Pluto was ruled out of the solar system because it did not meet the criteria of a planet. Planets, scientists have a set criteria where they look at and compare all those criteria. If the planet meets that criteria, then it is a planet. But if it doesn't meet that criteria, and it is not a planet. So I will look for the criteria. I am not sure, but I will look for the criteria, what criteria they use to categorize planets. So I'll look for that and I'll let you know. Okay, thank you. Good question, Shane. Any others? If no, then you may begin.
So
Do we have any questions? Okay. Right. Right, you may discuss that, but you'll do it as an assignment. Okay, could I have your attention? Here. Here to the front. Since you have that, you will discuss with your group. You will discuss with your group and assign each member of your group to do one part of the information. As it is an assignment which will be collected after 3 lessons. After 3 lessons, I will collect that. So you and your group will work on that, and after 3 lessons, I will collect that, and we will have a look at it. So we shall go to our summary. Oh. That's our summary. Have a look at the real object of the planet, of the planets and the sun. See, can you see the size of the sun? That is how the sun looks like. And the planet Mercury at the top, it is a very fine point, just like a dot that you create with the ink of a biro. Is the size of the planet Mercury compared to the sun. Right, our first summary point. There are 8 planets in our solar system. Summary point 2, all planets orbit around the sun. Someone should read and others write. Our next summary point. Our solar system is part of the galaxy called the Milky Way. What is our key phrase, Nanadai? Could you give us our key phrase?
Solar system.
You're right. Solar system is our key phrase. Right. Here are some words which you would like to look up which involve, that are used in the topic solar system. Astronomy, if you can look up astronomy at your own time. Asteroid, rotation, planet, satellites, and solar. Our next lesson topic will be on the Earth, Moon, and Sun. Materials that you are required to bring: a globe. If you do not have a globe, we may use a ball, a torch. If no torch teachers, you may use a mirror and fix the mirror outside where you can reflect the sunlight into your classroom. Felt pen and charts. With that, thank you HC, receiving students and teachers.